Hello and happy Easter. This is Sausage's Potato Guide to Bee Hopping. Now, in order to bee hop, the first thing I would consider learning is you need to learn jumping. So there are binds for your mouse wheel. They'll be on the screen and in the description, and you're going to scroll it every time you're about to land and you want to jump. Jumping is most essential because even without strafing, you can still maintain at least 80% to 60% of your momentum if you can just time your jumps when going down slopes. Really helpful for maps like Mist, and even just maps with surf elements, and then you can just bee hop down. The next thing, once you've got your jumps down pat, is what I'm going to call strafing. This means you're going to jump, so you're in the air, and you're going to move your mouse to the left or right, and when you move your mouse to the left or right, you're going to hold your A or D key for the time you're in the air, and if you continue strafing left and right, you'll slowly gain momentum. And then you can sort of do two different strafes, so you can just go one left, one right, or you can do like a circle motion with your mouse, and you'll slowly, this one is a more direct route. And as you can see, when you put it all together, you can get quite nice speed from just strafing left and right. Now, the intuitive person goes, well, how can we improve this? So if you notice, we're strafing from 0 at the moment. But if we use our running key, we can actually jump ahead to 250 velocity before we finally start bee hopping. So this means instead of starting from 0 like we were doing on those two previous runs, we can then go ahead and start from 250 more and able to get more speed. Now, the one thing you don't want to do with bee hop is try too hard. Obviously there is scenarios where you need to strafe to reach areas, but for the most of the time it should be a nice, relaxed, controlled and sensible thing. It's going to come out a lot smoother, and you'll be able to bee hop faster more often. So there you have it. I'm going to show you some examples in Zombie Escape now, where you don't need to press W to continue your speed, and we'll see if we can explain some more stuff. Sweet, very nice. Okay, sweet, let's look at these 3 surf outside clips here. So see in spawn, I start off with some nice wide circles. I use my W to get the speed, then just nice wide circles, and I beat everyone by miles. Now, once again, looking at how to maintain speed with surf ramps, look how I strafe, then I just press jump twice, and then it's an easy speed. Well, if you don't jump, if you can't time those jumps, you won't get that speed. Once again, starting off with some nice easy strafes. As you have more time in the air, you can do more strafes, but even still with all this time, I'm just doing 2 for the most part. And then here is where I really try and go hard, because if I can get my speed right, I can strafe up that ramp and get over the other side. I do a nice little 4 strafe in here, but for the most part, it's just nice, trying to be nice and smooth and consistent with hops, so I can get that good speed. And they're a very nice trigger, even if it was auto. Sweet. So now let's focus on how do you practice this bee hopping, either within a server or just in general. So we're going to look at the 3 things you need to look at when bee hopping. We looked at jumping, you need to look at strafe management, and then also speed management. I find that I actually learned best bee hopping when on CSGO. It was auto hop. I didn't have to worry about jumping. I could just focus on trying to strafe, get speed, and then I often found I was trying to lose speed most of the time because I just couldn't manage the amount of speed I was handling at the time, and so I would always try and go slower. But then as you do it more and more, and this thing comes with practice, you'll be able to progress. I've never seen this map before, but I'm just having a go bee hopping through it. You see me siphon off speed in a few things where I think I'm going to overshoot, and then it's just the other thing you need to do is you need to learn where your feet are going to land. So it might also be something else you need to practice. You need to know where your feet are, and in the same way you need to know what zombie escape maps and where you can sort of gain speed to get that extra bit of example. So we're looking at siphoning off speed in these situations, and then once you've sort of learned how to use auto hop either in a CSGO setting or around there, then you can switch to learning in CSS. And the 2 maps that I really like, Be Up Badger Mini and Monster Jam. These are just the 2 maps where one is slightly harder than the other, where you have to have like multiple repeated strafes to get the speed to build up to get paths, and the other one is a quite easy map, but you need to hit everything perfect, and if you double jump on any block you get TP back. So these 2 maps will also allow you to sort of practice once, depending on what you're after. So the CSGO auto hopping will allow you to practice your speed management and your strafing while doing that. And then playing on these CSS Bhop servers with scroll enabled will enable you to practice your scroll while attempting to sort of get speed. So depending on what you want to do, notice that all these things come with practice. These things definitely do take time, but focus on your jumping, focus on your speed management, and then just have some fun with it. See how you go, and you'll get there eventually. Cool, hopefully you learned something in this weird, long, elongated guide about how to Bhop in Zombie Escape, really. Focus on your jumps, focus on your speed, and focus on your strafes, and you'll be on your way to being a nightmare of the human team. Thank you very much for watching, and have a very, very good afternoon.